Hey everybody, welcome to the Crypto Lunch Break. I am Satoshi Sean. It's good to be here with y'all. Welcome. A bunch of things to go over today. Hey Chris, how's it going? You are here early. All right. Good to see you. I can't believe that we grew up like towns next to each other. That's crazy, man. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and bell for notifications. Try to get out as much content as possible with the Crypto Lunch Break news shows, reviews, interviews, shows. I think I need to do a video today or tomorrow on yield farming and I forget what else they're called. It's some new fangled word. Hey. It is wild wood. Yeah, see, most people think we're talking about a penis, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, talk about John McAfee, because he was a friend of mine. It sucks that he's gone. How you doing? I'm very angry about that. I don't think he committed suicide. I was talking to his wife like all last week, and there was something weird about how she was acting. I think she knew. I think he knew, but that's a whole different thing. Or was it? Oh yeah, subscribe. I do lots of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna do a show, a show on yield farming because man, I'm kicking ass. I've been making like $250 a day with the different stuff that I'm using for yield farming. So I don't want to wait till till next month to go over my end of the month videos. I want to tell everybody about what they can do now. Because I'm surprised, like every morning I get up and see how much I started harvesting everything like every day, thinking that something's off. I'm forgetting, I'm missing a day or something. But no, every day I get up now and it's like $200 to like $250 a day. And I don't have that much. I mean, it's not like nothing, but I don't have like $100,000 invested. I literally have like 10 in different stuff. And I'm like making a side income from that without masternodes or anything else, just like a full-time job. Hey, what's up there, buddy? Glad you're here. Delivering pizzas, man. I used to be MIT with Domino's way back in the day. That's a manager in training. It is awesome. It's very cool. So I want to do a video so everybody can, know about it and start getting into it. I've done videos on like honey, which I just did. That's doing real well. But like Pancake Swap, and also Ape Swap. Ape Swap, they seem to be paying a little bit more because they're the clone, the backup or whatever to the copy of Pancake Swap. So maybe that's why they're offering a little bit more money, but it is going pretty well. So I'm gonna go over that. What else? I have another review I'm doing on a masternode that I did start up. Rapids, doing that. I'm probably gonna start another 2 nodes this month, so I'll be running 3. I've been looking at that for a while. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Subscribe, like the video, really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Also, make sure you comment after this is live. If you're watching this, when it's not live, it's recorded or it's up, then just leave a comment. But leave a comment so you're registered to win the crypto giveaway, which we're going to do I think tomorrow. So if you comment on today's video, you'll be registered for tomorrow and then for next week too. I'm going to give away honey because it's on the screen, which is I didn't take that down from when I did the review. So there, I'm going to give away honey. I'm going to give away Munch, Cinnabot, Divi, of course, and like that's not enough. That's like 4 different cryptos, so that's good. I'll give away those things. All right. Well, I was supposed to tell you who today's sponsor is, but I'm not because I don't have that up. Damn it. Oh well. Let's jump into the. I have myself on the screen because I'm just not with it today. Sorry. All right. First off, this is literally going to be good news. This is John got me really depressed for the past couple of days, so I'm trying to focus on positive news. No, I've seen the baby Doge stuff, but I haven't been following it that much. I really haven't, but I'm going to check it out. I did have some stuff to go over about Doge, and just what people need to know, because people, I don't know, people in the space are there. They have this weird loyalty that they don't need to have. It's stupid. It's fanatical. Anytime you're fanatical, you're it's not good. If you're fanatical about a band, you love that band and you get a tattoo, it's still not good, dude. There's a lot of bands that I would have got tattoos of when I was a youngster, and they would not have aged well. So fanaticism is never good. But positive news. Andreessen Horowitz launches a $2.2 billion, not million. That's 2,200 million billion crypto fund, and it's radically optimistic. Radically. I just said fucking radically. It's not good. Okay, here's one place that's radically good. Radically optimistic. If you're radically optimistic, that's good. Despite price fluctuations. I forget who I was talking to, but I was talking to how we're all focused on the price today. It's down 20%, it's down 50%, it's down 90%, it's up 180%. When it comes to these legacy, there's a reason that they're legacy, because they look 10 years down the road, 5 years minimum. 5 years is like us looking at next week. So China FUD, whether China completely bans crypto altogether, and Russia bans crypto, or the US or whoever, that's already written into their chess game. They've already looked that far down the road. What is Bitcoin going to be at if China does ban Bitcoin? If China bans crypto? If Russia comes out against this? If only South America utilizes it? Whatever the scenarios are, they've looked at them, and that's where they're looking at. Let's look at here 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And that's why they're still bullish. When I see $2.2 million funds being started, and the fact that Wall Street's not walking away or even pulling back a little bit with any kind of FUD and with any kind of big fluctuations, it really shows me that they've done the research and they know what it's going to be like down the road. It's a big bullish sign, and that's real money. That's real Wall Street money. That's real legacy investment money. That's $2.2 billion going in. So what else is good news? The Sharks president explains why he will be the first NHL team to do crypto, which that's nice. They're taking crypto for whatever. But the article really does go in depth. This guy gets it. He talks about how he switches from crypto to blockchain, which I was just on today. Go check out the blockchain World Blockchain Roundtable on Dragon Chain. I was on that again today, this Thursday. And they really are. I'm the dumbest guy there. I know they just bring me on because I'm funny. Everyone else is, architects, leaders. I mean, Joe Rogan he made Dragon Chain. But he worked for the U.S. government, like super top security clearances in technology for years before that. He was like at Bitcoin in the beginning, but because of all of his government connections and security clearances, he couldn't be very vocal and talk that much in the community, but he was there and did, talk a little bit. But then there's all these other, people that created all this stuff and really, really smart, developers and all that. And, there's Satoshi Shawn. He's a funny guy. But anyway, I go on there and give a different perspective, because a lot of times I just had to say, look, you guys are just too freaking smart, man. You don't really look at, because they're talking about adoption, and they started talking about adoption today, and it was just about all the super technical stuff, and I'm like, look, man, things that drive adoption are things like Divi, things that they make it accessible for dumb people. I said, that's really what you gotta. I mean, because when you're talking to someone super smart, and that's one bad thing about Joe Rhodes, is that he doesn't talk down to people, but he also doesn't come down to their level to talk. He elevates them and thinks that, because he's talked to me before, and I'll just go along with it. He's like, as you know, blah blah blah. I'm sure you agree, blah blah blah. And I am like, yeah, sure. No idea what the hell he's talking about. He is so smart. But anyway, they're very against. They call it number go up. Anything with price action and money and that kind of thing. They're really not. And that's why people get into crypto. It is an enticing factor why people come in, and I always make that point. But they always go back to this blockchain. It's not crypto, and crypto is like a side effect. The money you make is a side effect. It's all about building and creating use cases and all that, which is good and is necessary. And that's what this guy pulls it back to. So the owner of the Sharks, he was talking about, yeah, it's great that we're going to accept cryptocurrency, but I think the blockchain is great because it's going to make ticket transferability, more transparent and more easy. You can't counterfeit crypto. You can't counterfeit tickets. It's going to be he just started talking about how it's going to be good for his space, for the NHL space. So I thought it was a really good article, and I thought it was really cool that this guy gets it. All the things that blockchain and crypto can bring to their business, which is not something that you usually see. Pandemic, they'd have to pay me a buttload of money, dude. Yeah, I was gonna, I was thinking about like a Motley Crue tattoo or something, but that would still be all right now. And they're touring. I don't know how they're touring. I know it's making a big deal of it because I went to their final tour, and they made a contract that was like a legally binding contract that lawyers brought up, that if they toured again, they'd have to pay $100,000 to every fan. So I don't know how they're going to be doing that now. It's very, very weird. Stupid proof DeFi, yeah. And that's another thing about DeFi. It's great that everyone can be their own bank and you can get away from banks and everything. But people want that security with being able to be stupid and fuck up. It's like, oh, I messed up and did this and gonna have my money back. And you have to have that extra responsibility, which responsibility is like a cuss word. Or I should say it's a trigger word now. All right, what's next? South African, this is not good news. Founders of South African Bitcoin exchange, Afrobit, I think it was. Anyway, so they disappear after right after a $3.6 billion hack. So they probably are in on it. What was the name of it? I know it was something like Afrobit, something like that. Anyway, yep, they disappeared and they are being looked for. Law firm Cape Town said they can't locate Amir and Reese Kajay. Afrocrypt. I knew that's what it was. In April, the exchange told its investors it was the victim of a hack and asked them not to report the incident to authorities. That's not a red flag. And then it would slow down the process of recovering their missing money. Oh my God. That's almost like, I'm sorry, baby. Why you make me hit you? I love you. Don't tell the police. It'll slow down us getting your money back. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully they're caught and then they, get the crap beat out of them before they get put in prison. Okay, this is something. Whoops. Where am I? Hey, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well, Dennis. This is this is nuts, man. Okay, so this guy is part of, I think, an evil in crypto in general, but this is what I was talking about, fanaticism. And a lot of people call this like compared to religion. I don't really think you should compare it to religion. I think even when you're talking about that, you're still talking about fanaticism and radicalism. Up until yesterday, I had been a millionaire. This 33-year-old Doge investor refuses to sell, despite losing over $167,000 in a day. That's just dumb, man. You're dumb. You're dumb if you hodl when you know things are going to go down, when the indicators say you're going to go down, when it's going down, when you know it's going down. There's no reason to hold. You're not, even if you are part of the team, you're not committed to it. You're not hurting. It's not if it's your religion, but you're there to make some money. That's why you put into this. If not, you can just donate money to whoever. Give me a sec. Okay. Doge is going down. Doge is not coming back. Not for a while. It's going to go back to its usual place. Not usual. I think it's going to go like to a dime. A dime is what I'm saying. A dime. I thought a dime since when it was like at 22 cents. I sold at 29 because I know it was going. It was done. I've said the whole time I can't understand to say Doge has support at 30 cents. It was just weird saying it. It felt like I was dreaming. But I think it's going to go to a dime or a little lower. I think the dime is safe, but I think it's going to go to like 8 or 9 cents, which is crazy because it was a half a cent. It's worth half a cent for years and years and years. Quarter of a cent, half a cent, quarter of a cent, 3/4. Oh my God. But that's what it was worth. So to say that it's worth a dime now, that's, it's like 30x from where it was, which I think that's how much it's grown. But I think in reality, that's what we're looking at. But this guy's going to lose all his money. And if you just hodl for the sake of hodling, because you like to say, hodl, okay, it's not Bitcoin, dude. It's not. If you hodl other stuff, you're going to lose money. If you hodled through 2016, 2018, you lost money. The basic idea, the most basic idea that I got a tip for you, kid. You buy low and you sell high. You sell. You have to take profits, man. If you don't take profits, you never made any money. This guy was never a millionaire. He wasn't because he didn't sell. He put $250,000 into Doge in February. He was a millionaire by April. In 2 months, he made $1 million. He 4x'd his money. Okay? He wasn't a millionaire, though, because he didn't take the money. This dude now, if he sold it at $800,000, he's still not a millionaire. He's never been a millionaire because he never had $1 million. Okay? If your goal is to be a millionaire and have $1 million US, you're not till you sell it. That's the cold reality. So unless people start taking profits, unless you take some profits, you never made any money. If you hodl through and you go down and you're losing money, then you lost money. If you sell, you lost money. If you don't sell, then you didn't lose money. I guess you would. If you lost, if you don't sell, you lost money. Because until it goes up again, you're going to lose money. But the importance of taking profits, there's no reason for what does he think he's going to get a handshake from the Doge team? There is none. Nobody cares. You're not helping anyone. You're hurting yourself and your family. Hodling and holding while you're losing money isn't noble. It isn't helpful. It didn't do shit except help people that are smarter than you. That's the difference between smart money and dumb money. And people don't like living in a black and white world, and they don't like being called for what they are. But if you're losing money, if Doge is going down and you're not selling, then you're giving that money to someone who is selling. And they're taking it. They are the smart money. It's just, and I don't know, the romanticism of hodling for anything but Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin, I don't think it's good. I don't think anything. If you know something is going down, if all of the indicators and everything tell you it's going down, and it is going down, then you should sell it and take your money. And then as it goes down, even if it goes down 10%, and you buy it back in, and then it still goes down a bunch, you're losing more money, but you have 10% more. There's like no reason. Shiba Inu, I put in some okay amount of money. I bought like 400 million. And that's it. But I've just, goes up, sell, goes down, buy. I'm at 2 billion. And I didn't put anything more into it. And it's 2 billion now. I don't know. It's just frustrating because it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no logic, man. And we're not talking about day trading or anything. We're talking about tethering and then buying in when it's low. Oh my God, it's an all-time high. Then you sell. It's very simple. Let me go back to the chat. 18 cents. Yep. We're at technically millionaire. You need to produce 1 million each year. Nuh-uh. You just need to have $1 million. If you got $1 million, you're a millionaire. And then if you don't, you were a millionaire if you had it at one time. So he was a millionaire. Well, he was not, but if you had it, you were. What's up, Phil? Good to see you, bud. Yes. Poor man's hope and the poor man's tax. That is true. It's a way to tax the poor, man. We'll give you some money on this tax return. You can go give us lottery tickets and give us the money right back. So Christie's and Sotheby's are accepting cryptocurrencies. I don't know if you buy a lot of stuff at Christie's or Sotheby's. I don't. I don't think a lot of us do, but the well-to-do do. And obviously this is they've realized the ease of use and the importance of this money. This is really good for auctions and stuff like that. These big auction houses, because they can sell something now for $2 million, whereas before you had to do a check, wire transfer, something that could be stopped, that could be taken back. They still didn't have full control over for someone to walk out of there with whatever they bought. Where now with crypto, once that transfer is done, it's done. So it's good for their side. But I thought it was cool that it's one of the cases where it's really good for the business side. So they're adopting it for that. And they can see the value in it. But also I think it's cool that the well-to-do are using crypto. This I thought was this is just some shit from the Post. Yeah, the New York Post. So John McAfee's hideout is traced to a Spanish ghost hotel with a Bitcoin farm. This is so over sensationalized. Some Russian had this hotel, which John was in Spain. He was there. And that's where he was staying. There's all this stuff about, hints that the internet was using. But then this Bitcoin farm, it was a few computers in the basement. Computers, not ASIC miners, but these computers solving math problems for Bitcoins. That's what it said in the bottom. So I know there's going to be a lot of over sensationalized stuff. Computer, stop. Okay, what else? Now, like I said, I had been talking to his wife last week. I've been working on trying to help get him out of there. I have a friend of mine who's a big lawyer in Spain, big firm, and I was trying to get him to work on his case. And he got a real weird attitude with me, being personal with you guys. Me and him been friends for 30 years, right? He was a Spanish exchange student. And he's also a rock star and a soccer star. He's a real cool guy and a very nice guy. And then when I started talking to him about John, he got real weird, like defensive and very statist. And he's like, this isn't a banana republic, Sean. This is fucking Spain. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. Because I was telling him how it is, what I thought. I mean, you're holding him illegally, and you're using, the pan vid to as an excuse for the government to be able to do that. And then I was telling him what's been happening. I was like, he's lost 50 pounds, dude. They're treating him like shit. I said he managed to get some tweets out when people visited him on their phone, and then they put him in solitary. They've been punishing him. He shouldn't even be there. And he was a little bit offended. But when I talked to his wife was still weird about it. They were all scared, and I just thought that I was wondering why they were bowing. And like not really fighting back, trying to work within the system, because it just wasn't the usual thing. But I think they all knew that shit was coming. They were all very scared. And all the stuff that John tweeted out the day before, about the government, about China, about sending operatives into social media. There's a lot of what you would say crazy stuff. We live in crazy times. Things are crazy. Our governments are crazy. So I thought it was odd. This isn't going to go away. I don't think that he killed himself. I don't know. This guy's he's literally always said, if I'm in prison and they say I committed suicide, I was murdered. He has said that repeatedly. He has a tattoo claiming that. So it's not like this isn't something he planned for. John McAfee's attorney fuels conspiracy theories by claiming his client was not suicidal after Tech Outlaw tweeted he would not die a la Epstein, and that the U.S. government wants to make an example of me. True. Of course, there's all this stuff here about Epstein and Maxwell, not a lot about John, but you can see, and he hadn't been to court, hadn't been allowed to go to court, be shown in court for months, since October, and he finally was in court, virtually, and he looked terrible, dude. He wasn't like a huge dude. He's a normal size 70-year-old guy, and he lost 50 pounds being there. His knees are fucked up from them making him go up and down these stairs there. It's terrible. I mean, but that's why he was arrested. That's why he was put there. The government didn't want to deal with him and didn't want him out there. They just wanted him dead and quiet. And that's how they treat people. It's not acceptable. It is not okay. He was definitely a character. I considered him a friend, and he had a lot of wisdom that he would just, sprinkle in amongst the crazy, which was always fun. But I'm gonna definitely miss him. One last thing I want to tell everybody is check your Binance Smart Chain wallets. There's this coin called MNEB. You can use it to. I'll put this link in the description for you here in a minute. But they sent out about $50,000 worth of tokens to a couple million people. So check that out. I just was quite surprised, and you won't know it unless you look in a one of these sites that go through your wallet for you. But I'll put a link to that so you can check your wallets, and then you can see if you got it. Kif's got it. I got it. Everyone that I've told to check, they said that they've got it. So I'll put that down there so you can see if you got that airdrop or whatever they sent out. That's about it. I hope you guys have a good day. Remember to comment so you're registered for the crypto giveaway, which I'll do tomorrow. Also, tomorrow I want to be on Rice's channel for the weekly crypto rewind, which we really have to figure out how we can. I know how we can stream it on both channels. In fact, we might be able to do this one. I didn't have it up yet. Crypto rewind. It's 4 days ago. Here we go. This one. Upcoming John McAfee. No, this one here. No, he's doing a special one. But this one here. Crypto rewind. There's John. There's me. There's Rice. There's a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. Oh, I can make it big. 27 hours. Crypto rewind. There is a way that we can always crush the like button. There's a way that we can stream it on both of our channels, which I'll tell them. I just have to give them my login information and my secret passwords and all that stuff. So it's not advisable for you to do with anyone that's not your friend, but I do trust Christopher. They're doing different death scams. I thought it was what you meant. No. I saw a video that showed a government plane leaving his death. Yeah. It's bad, man. It's bad, but it's so much worse. And I don't want to go off on this tangent, but the saddest thing in the world, Miko, is that people know what happened. People know, and they accept it. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's fear or what. If it's a defense mechanism because it's so bad you can't, I don't know. It always brings me back to when I was a kid, growing up, and anyone that talked about Area 51 was a crackpot and nut. There's no such thing as Area 51. Scientists would say that there was an Area 51 and their careers would be ruined, their families, everything's destroyed. And then, finally the government comes out, okay, yeah, there's Area 51, there's a giant base there. We do secret stuff. And then people were just like, yeah, I knew it. I mean, the government lied for decades. They ruined people's lives. They did so much. And then no one's held accountable. No one cares. Nothing happened. It's just, yeah, we knew, haha. And you get to this with Epstein. Every meme everyone did, everything that everybody put out, every joke. I have air fresheners on my truck that are Epstein, and it says this air freshener didn't hang itself. I mean, there's so much out there, and every single one of them, every time a person posts that, every person that ever posts that, they're saying, I know that the government or a shadow government killed this man or faked his death and he's fine. This is pedophile, this terrible person. I know that all this exists and it's funny, haha, but I know. That's what they're saying. And the fact that everyone knows that and people aren't fighting in the streets and tearing down these institutions and people are just like, well, I knew. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. Um, you know, it saddens me. Conspiracies to become fact after 20 years. Just give it 6 months to prove it. And that's the thing, dude. The word conspiracy, because of what they've said with conspiracy theories, that word is made it was made by the CIA to discredit people about like Area 51 and stuff. But conspiracies are real. It's just people conspiring. It's a crime. You can be charged with conspiracy. It's a real thing. And people still, when things are proven, they still will call it the conspiracy theory is correct. Blah, blah, blah. This conspiracy theory. It's not a theory. When it's proven, it's not a theory. It's just a conspiracy. The guards came out, Epstein's guards, and said that they did shit, that they were paid, that they falsified and got rid of the evidence. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. It's but nobody does anything. And yeah. I'm babbling, man, but I was on the last show I did with Rice. This is a veteran, and he posted in the chat that he was ashamed of his service, and it made me like cry. That this dude would say that. If you look at history, I mean, Britain tried to make us pay like a 1% or 0.5% tax on tea, and we lost our shit, and we beat the fuck out of them. And people allow these horrible things to happen, and then even now, everyone talks about uniting, like you said, and with Project Sunlight, with what Beatles is doing. I think it's so late. This is so bad. We've let things get so bad. They've never been like this. And for us to try to use these old methods that lead up to violence, that always lead up to violence. And that's the only thing that changes things. And I think that's what scared the shit out of everyone with that day in January. When they broke a few windows and stomped around. And now the whole Capitol's, surrounded by troops. We've spent billions of dollars already, or like 700 million or something, just in the past couple months, with troops guarding our buildings from us. I don't see any way around this doesn't end in violence, man. I just don't see it. I don't see anything getting fixed. I think politics in general is like wrestling now. Nothing really gets done. Nothing's going to get fixed. It's just a lot of it's literally like wrestling. If you look at how they talk, both sides, they're just so loud. And talking crap about each other. If you look at, you can look at Fox News, like Hannity, and other, it's just propaganda for one side. And then if you look at, CNBC and CNN, it's massive propaganda for the other side. There's no news anymore. Like literally, it's not, but they're not, it's not even, I don't understand how people could think or could accept it. Like I'll watch CNBC or CNN, and it's so bad what they're saying. I mean, it's so bad. And then same thing with Fox. Anything but Tucker Carlson is a journalist. I'll give him that. But like Hannity is going to call him Sleepy Joe, and he uses all the names, and that's not what reporters do. That's not what reporters are supposed to do. They should be boring, and just give you the facts, man. And people should think for themselves, but they stop doing that. Now people, maybe they're lazy. They want everyone to think for them. I don't know, but this has gone into a rant. It's not really just crypto lunch break, is it? But it bothers me, man. It really does. Okay. Yes. Yes. News is just, it's not news. It's just opinion pieces. You know what he said this week? This week he said that, yeah. This week he said that the Second Amendment, this is all wrong, by the way. I will say this before I go. That the Second Amendment, it's not there to make sure that people can't go up against your government. It is. It says it plainly. He said there's always been like a limit. Like people couldn't own cannons before. And then he said, for you to go up against the federal government, you would need jets, F-16s, and you need nuclear weapons. He said that. He said, for you to go up against your government, Americans, you're going to need nuclear weapons. That is a veiled threat that he would use nuclear weapons against American citizens. Veiled, but it's there. But I want to point out that he is completely wrong. Not only were people allowed to have cannons, the government would loan cannons or give cannons to people in towns if they were going to use them to help. You live on the outskirts of town. Your farm is out on the outskirts of town. Yes, we'll give you a damn cannon for you to help defend that town. You're on the coast? Yes, we'll give you a cannon to help with pirates or anything. That's a real thing. So to say that the government kept cannons out of people's hands back in those days was just a lie. But I'm sure it was what he was told to say. Yeah, that's the point. And he tried to say it wasn't. All right. Well, that's it. Man, I've gone too long anyway and ranted too much. You guys take care. It was good hanging out with you. Please crush the like button. Remember to comment so you are in the giveaway. Yeah. If you see, man, y'all are making me keep talking. Yeah, the nukes thing is so bad. But if you look at the whole thing is that a bunch of these cities that have increased gun violence are calling on the federal government, like Chicago, that the mayor there said this is a national problem because it's a Chicago problem, and she didn't want to admit that. But to say it's a national problem that the federal government needs to step in. But the cities where all this massive gun violence increases are I don't want to even say Democrat cities. I will say that they're cities with the strictest gun control. Because when you have gun control, you're controlling the guns from law-abiding citizens. You're not controlling. There's already gun laws for criminals. They don't abide by them. They don't use them. So whenever you make gun control laws, you're just controlling good citizens. That's just common sense, man. There was a church in Texas, I remember like a year or so ago, where a guy went in there, a church. Okay, this is Sunday, so this is weird. I'll admit, living in Texas. But he went into a church to shoot up the church. But like 6 people had concealed carry in the church, and they killed the dude in under 1 minute. From when he came in and said, I'm a crazy man, I'm going to kill you. Less than a minute, he was on the floor. Dead. Burning in hell. Because 6 people, I carry a gun, but I don't take it to church. I go to church and I'm taking my gun. But those people did. And because they did, they saved a lot of lives. Nobody, they didn't want to talk about that much on the news. They talked about it a little bit. Dude walked in. I'm a crazy guy. I got this rifle and I'm going to kill everybody. Bam, 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 bam. He was dead. I think he shot like one person. But, okay, that's it. I got to quit. All right, you guys take care. See y'all in this video. Remember to comment.